Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please, if you're in this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. And I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. In today's video, we are actually going to have very interesting discussion, because a lot has been happening. And I can assure you, we shall be in position to bring for you all the things as they come. So please remember to put that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of these videos that actually will be coming directly to screen. I was able to watch a video from the so-called the fake village leader. He has paraded Murimi again on his YouTube platform. And Murimi is actually crying. Murimi is crying. He's saying he's a man, and David Jr. has been communicating to his platform that Murimi is married and actually is not married. And also he claimed that David Jr. is denying those of Brian Vapor, not to have any contact with him, even just to be talking with him. And he was also able to say that, he has been in position to have a dry spell for 7 months, without having anything with his wife. So please, if you're in his channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. And I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. When Murimi was with Alima, he used to take his wife really for granted. And you see, you'll only realize the importance of somebody or the value of somebody when they're no longer with you. So Murimi at the moment is actually facing very serious issues. First of all, one, nobody at the moment wants to associate themselves with Murimi. Murimi has been looking for Brian Vapor. And remember now, Brian Vapor, his life has transformed, and he actually does not want to take himself to the old ways of doing things. Because the intention of Murimi is actually not good intention. If Murimi starts moving with Brian Vapor, I can assure you the worst can possibly again happen. Remember when Brian Vapor had all the accident that he had, that he was able to go to the hospital to work on his head. That accident was actually because of Murimi. Now Murimi is saying, no, he was the one who have been taking care of Brian Vapor like he's the father to Brian Vapor. And now he's saying he wants Brian Vapor back in his life because this is like his son. And now Brian Vapor is saying no. Brian Vapor is just waving from a distance. Mura. Nothing like going closer to Murimi and to have a conversation with Murimi. And me, I feel like that was even the right thing to do, because Brian Vapor knows he has been with Murimi for quite a long period of time. 7 months is not actually a easy, and you're seeing him each and every, you have a conversation with him each and. So Brian Vapor actually knows Murimi 100%. He knows Murimi 100%. So if I told David Jr. told Brian Vapor to stop moving with Murimi, I feel like he did the right thing. Even if Murimi is actually feeling a lot of pain about it, because for him he feels like this was his friend, but he's not accepting that the friend that he's talking about has actually moved a step in life. He's not the Brian Vapor of those days who could drink and does not understand himself. So Brian Vapor, his life has transformed. The other day I was able to watch a video when Brian Vapor was actually putting on a suit. Very smart. that people started saying that maybe probably he's a politician, that a lot of people are admiring him. I have a feeling that probably also this is what Murimi is yearning for. He is now admiring Brian Vapor, how his life is moving, how things are moving on his direction. And maybe that's the reason why Murimi is actually feeling so bad. But what Murimi does not understand, that the reason why Brian Vapor's life has been in position to change, it is because of David Jr. Of which that is David Jr. This Murimi always talks so badly about. He talks so badly about, and for him, he wants to try to pull Brian Vapor from David Jr., which actually I know is not going to be possible. Brian Vapor will not accept to move away from a person who has been in position to transform his life and make him a fresh person again. A person who is again reborn. Brian Vapor's life right now is completely different with the type of life that he used to have when he was actually with Murimi. And that is what Murimi, up to now, is still not understanding. He came out and said that by the time when he was still staying with Brian Vapor, he was in dry spell for like 7 months. And now this is a person who does not want to come any closer to him. This is a kind of person who does not want to have a conversation with him. And he's saying the person who is bringing all this is David Jr. The big question is, why is it that Murimi is still interested in having Brian Vapor actually close to him? And also the big question is, why is it that Murimi is still wanting also Halima to come back? Yet he was able to, to leave his wife 7 months. 7 months. If there is actually nothing in that kind of thing, then that will be something else. Yes. So Murimi, if you don't want to change your life, that will be your problem. But now Brian Vapor can see. Brian Vapor these days can give people advice, clear advice. But alcohol was actually spoiling Brian Vapor. But right now, Brian Vapor is actually a clean person. These days he put on clean clothes. His life has actually transformed. He walks these days with a lot of confidence. Now Murimi, he actually has lost direction. He has extremely lost direction. And for him to come out still to criticize David Jr., I feel that is actually a waste of time. It is actually a waste of time that he needs to check himself before it's actually very, very late. David Jr. has actually been in position to tell Murimi that if you don't work upon yourself, then that will be your problem. Because Murimi has made alcohol to be part of his story. He has made alcohol part of his story. He was able to say that these days he's not eating, but he's drinking a lot. He's enjoying alcohol. Continue enjoying. Enjoy yourself. Because you can imagine, this is a person who cannot even think of buying food. Yet he has a motorcycle of riding, can ride that motorcycle each and every day. And he gets some money for himself. But this is a man who is saying he cannot even now, he's not eating. And you have the money to go and buy alcohol for yourself. We wish you the best. Let's first watch this clip, and then when you come back, we shall continue with this video actually very, very strongly. Please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. And I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. Let's first watch this clip, and then when I come back, we shall continue with this video actually very, very strongly. Let's watch this clip.
Kelvin Mangare.
Yes.
I'm a man also,
Yeah.
you know, but what I'm undergoing is, sincerely speaking, is not a good thing. You know, the man called me, but I was somehow stressed. I was sleeping. As you can see me, I'm from bed since morning. You know, the man who is being called Davy Jr. have started saying that Murimi is married, he misused Harima, he was misusing her. You know, he's a total liar. I'm not yet married, but I'm thinking bad of what I feel like. Wow, my family, what of my family, you know? And also the man is denying huh? the likes of Brian Vapor that they can't speak to me, his brother. And I hosted Brian Vapor before he knew him. I hosted him like 7 months. As you can see in his videos, I hosted the man in 7 months. 7 months without Harima. And after that 7 months, the man came in my life. He started saying that he want to help me doing this and this. Sincerely speaking, he was targeting my wife. You know, he was targeting my wife because I told him that, wow, I have been drought. I've got a drought of 7 months without my wife because of Brian Vapor. But what the man did.
Yes, so the biggest problem Murimi is having is first of all to realize that he's now a mature person. You know? Because if you listen to him, he was saying he is also a man also. He's a man also. You know? It shows that actually he doubts himself a lot. He does not have, confidence in him that he can actually do something better than what he's actually doing. The biggest problem that I've realized in this community is that some of these individuals, when people start helping them, they don't want to work. They start developing a feeling that that assistance will keep on flowing forever. That is what comes in their minds. Because I remember very, very well, when David Jr. was gifting these individuals, these people started not even to work. Their work, they wanted actually to be moving each and everywhere. You know? They didn't want to work. But what they don't understand that these things has time frame. The system will come and it will end. You know? Now, is there alarming. I know this young man has a lot of regrets right now in his life. That is running in his head like never before. I know he is regretting mistreating his wife. I know he is regretting talking so badly about David Jr. But because he cannot reverse it, it is now becoming a very, very serious issue. Just like Matiko, who was actually talking so badly about David Jr. I was so surprised, and people are saying that Matiko was able to go to the family of David Jr., that he was apologizing. You know, some of these individuals actually don't have shame. You can imagine Matiko, who talked so badly about David Jr. After all what David Jr. was able to do for him, he talks so badly about David Jr. At the same time, he wants to be forgiven. And we talked about this for some time. That this Matiko who is talking so badly about David Jr., with the time you will see him that is going to apologize. And that's exactly what happened. That he went to the family, that he wanted to apologize to David Jr., that David Jr. should forgive him. Let me tell you, you'll forgive a person today, and you'll see a different story the following day. Because I remember yesterday, after this Matiko claiming that he had gone to apologize, The so-called the fake donor made a very, very serious phone call. And she was saying, Matiko, don't bother about the motorcycle. Don't bother of all those things, the cattle and the what. I will sort you out. But this is a donor who is even failing to buy anything. I watched a video when they were showing the shopping that was able to be made for Matiko. Let me assure you, you can even cry tears. You know, a huge family like this, you can't buy for them 2 bread. You know, 2. In the village, those 2 bread can be eaten by only 2 people in one day, and they are over. Now, at the back of the minds of this donor, she's thinking that she has been in person to assist these people. She has done for them a very, very big shopping. Only those things that she bought, Matiko can eat them in 2 days. Only Matiko can eat them in 2 days. So tell me, what type of shopping is that? It's like she's shopping for a big family, like she's shopping for a child. You know? That donor is actually very, very broke. You know? And the biggest challenge with this donor, her mouth ran like a typewriter. She does not have a comma, full stop, and what? Her mouth is always running like a typewriter. No full stop, no comma, no what. You know? And now she has made the platform of the fisherman as a platform of insulting people. Talking so badly about people. Insulting David. I will deal with you. I will do what with you. If you want to quarrel, just open your platform. And then we shall face you face by face. Don't hide. You know? Don't hide. The truth is, even those ones who wanted to distance themselves from David, they are actually admiring. Brown Vapor House is soon going to come out. And I can assure you, these individuals who have distanced themselves from, for example, Matiko, Brown Vapor's house is going to get done before that one of Matiko. You wait and see. You know, wait and see. Wait and see. That one is not a reliable donor. She's not. That donor is just there to use these individuals. They will bring the 4 tippers. Then they will wait for another 3 weeks. They bring 1 tipper of sand. After bringing 1 tipper of sand, they will buy 2 bags of cement, claiming that you don't have space to put these things. You take 2 bags of cement. Let me tell you, time is going to reach, and this donor from hell will just switch off the phone call. Just give it time. Give it time. A rich person does not behave in such a manner. A rich person. And what people need to understand, that money does not like where there is noise. A person who is always talking, abusing people, and talking all this rubbish, money does not like noise. And I can assure you, what I'm seeing, the 4 tippers of stones, but now you can imagine, she's going to send money for buying 4 tippers of stones. You know? Stones. No cement. No sun. Nothing. Nothing. We shall see them by their fruits. I can assure you. I can assure you, there is nothing that is coming out in this construction, because I actually don't see any seriousness in it. When the travel commando was constructing Coco's home, we could see the seriousness. Tippers after tippers. Tippers, 19 days and it is over. Now this is a person who is claiming she's actually rich. She wants to show off to people that she's actually the one who in charge of this house, in charge of this home. And not only that, she's now in charge of abusing people. You can imagine. The truth of the matter is this donor has something deep inside her heart that she's actually not putting out for people to know. But time will actually prove it. Time will actually. We are watching the space very, very closely. You know, if you want to assist people, should you come out and talk a lot? Murimi is there, need help. Why don't she also help Murimi? You know, why can't she help Murimi? Murimi needed help. Matiko was being helped. Why didn't she help Murimi? It is because this individual is jealous. Very, very jealous. There is a lot of people that actually need help in this village. She would have communicated to the fisherman that I actually need somebody to help. Can you look for somebody who actually need help? She would have got like 30 of them. 30 in less than 20 minutes. 30 people, because she has the money. She works in an organization. An organization where money flows like water. My food. We shall see. You know? So, Murimi to come and say that he is no longer with a friend. He is not longer with a friend. It's just a waste of time. You know? A lot is happening. And what you need to understand is that Brian Vapor's life has completely changed. And very, very soon, I think his house also will be in position to start. And all will be actually moving actually very, very well. Let's first of all watch this clip that is coming so that we actually understand now what is happening to Murimi. Because Murimi, amidst all these things that are actually happening to him, is now drinking like never before. He is now asking for help. That is tired of what has been happening in his life. He actually now wants to go for rehabilitation center so that his life can now transform, so that he can bring back his life to normal. I actually don't think that when Murimi goes for rehabilitation center, when he comes back, he's going to be a changed person. I actually don't think. Maybe. You know? Time will tell. And now the fisherman is very busy looking for a donor who can actually take Murimi to rehabilitation. Why? What about this donor? The fake donor. You know? The one who is helping Matiko. Because I heard this donor was saying Matiko was taken to rehabilitation center and he was not given the proper treatment because of Davy Jr. Now, I want to make it very, very clear to you, the so-called the fake donor, that actually a man has come out who now need help. And that is now Murimi needs help and he needs somebody to take him to rehabilitation center. So please, the fake donor who is rich, please can you take Murimi now to rehabilitation center, because he has come out openly that he actually needs somebody to take him to rehabilitation center. Please, let's first of all watch this clip, and then when we come back, we continue with this video actually very, very strong. Please also remember to put that notification bell, and if you have not yet subscribed to this platform, please subscribe, like, and comment, and please always come back to watch my videos, and I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. Let's just watch this clip, and then when we come back, we continue with this video.
Here, and I told him, young man, I'm undergoing a lot of things, and kindly please, and I think whoever will support me so that I can be rehabilitation
or rehab.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. Yeah. Speaking because I'm the one undergoing it,
Yeah.
And the problem with me, why I'm requesting whoever will support me to go to rehab, is that because I'm alone in my house, and I do take, sincerely speaking, I'm not lying, I do take a lot of liquor in my house, lonely, without my wife, without anybody, and I feel like, wow, I have to change my life
So,
that my life can be transformed. Yeah.
so
I
you want
think,
to go to the rehab?
yeah, I will
Are you
go.
sure?
I'm ready for it.
If some,
I'm ready for it, brother. And
so that
let
you
me
can
promise,
change,
see, don't you see even this liquor I have done me like this, you know?
and I
Hmm?
feel this thing, you should go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Actually, you should seek medication.
Yeah, exactly, you know. But it's
Because now the liquor is affecting even the lips. The lips, eh?
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you are able
Yeah.
to see. You
Yeah.
know, people,
See.
yeah, it is true story.
Yeah.
And for
From
me,
Davy camera,
yes,
you know, I'm crying because of one person. I'm undergoing since yesterday.
yes.
I've eaten nothing. Sincerely speaking, I've eaten nothing in my stomach.
Are you
But
lacking food on?
yeah, yeah, you know, sometimes it's like, wow, how can I cook? You know, that stress. You start preparing, and then let me drink a little. Let me drink a little. You know, and by the way, I'm undergoing a lot of things because of
Yes, so Murimi, David Jr. has been actually telling Murimi that he needs to go for rehabilitation center, but he used not to listen. Now, probably his brains is now opening up, you know, you know. So Murimi is now ready to go for rehabilitation center because he has now realized that this alcohol is not taking him anywhere. But also, is it true that actually Murimi is ready to change? You know, according to the way he's talking, is he really ready to transform his life? Is he ready to be a better person? So all this might be just only stories. The truth is now that Murimi seems to be now realizing the value of Alima in his life before. Because he's now claiming that he has taken, he has not eaten for some good days, you know? And according to him, it is because of stress. He's very stressed. And instead, he's trying to comfort himself by drinking, you know? You see, in life, don't wait for people to change you. And this is what a lot of people have been trying to tell Murimi. And Murimi was being deceived by the so-called this negative energy. He thought by going to these individuals, they were going to tarnish the name of David Jr. And probably Alima would be back. He waited, and he waited, and he waited. And Alima is not actually back. And the only thing Murimi is now coming out to say is that he wants to go for a rehabilitation center so that probably he will come back and Alima can be in position to see him as a changed person. And maybe Alima will be back in his life. I also still feel that he is deceiving himself. You know, there are higher chances that he is actually deceiving himself. Me, I actually don't think Alima is willing to come back to Murimi, a man with no vision, a man who actually has made alcohol to be part of his life. And the only thing he knows is to come out to make a lot of noise in these platforms of the so-called the negative, and we wish them the best. Now let this individual actually take Murimi to rehabilitation center. And then we shall now see that when Murimi comes back, he'll be a better person than Matiko. Because Max Swan, or the fake village leader, was one of those individuals who were able to criticize David Jr. for actually taking Matiko to rehabilitation center. But you see, in that video, I had a part that Murimi was actually asking that if I go to rehabilitation center, you know, Will I be in position to get something there? I asked myself, which something was Murimi actually meaning? Is it alcohol or what? You know? Because these individuals believe that just sitting in one place when you are not testing something is actually very, very much complicated. So I don't know what this so-called the fake village leader will actually do, when he takes this individual to rehabilitation center. He was also saying he will need to get for him a phone. He does not know whether the phone is allowed at the rehabilitation center. But if it is allowed, then Murimi should be in position to have a phone so that he can have a conversation. Probably ways of starting to deliver also alcohol to that rehabilitation center, and they start drinking there. All these are actually possible with a drunkard. You may think this phone will be in position to help him there, and the phone will be in position completely to destroy him the more. Because if Murimi is to go with the phone there, if at all he's going to go for that rehabilitation center, first of all, even him making a phone call back at home here can also first affect him emotionally, because he's going to start thinking of drinking, the people that he has been in position to leave behind, a lot of things. I don't think these people are not actually going to rehabilitation center. Maybe Max One or the fake village leader is planning to take Murimi to prison. Yes, because according to them, they used to say that Matiko was taken to prison, but not rehabilitation center. And the first person who released that video was actually this fake village leader. So I'm now hoping that this is now the chance for the fake village leader to take Murimi to the prison so that he will stay there, not drinking and the rest. Maybe he will come back a changed person. Because these individuals have been talking about Matiko was taken to the prison, not rehabilitation center. Now let us wait where they're going to take this one. Maybe now they'll take this one to the real prison that they have been talking about. We are actually yet to wait and see what is actually going to be in position to happen. So we are waiting very, very keenly to observe with our eyes if at all Murimi will be taken to this prison, not rehabilitation center, the prison that themselves they know. Because according to them, where Matiko was taken was not a rehabilitation center, it was actually prison. That is according to these individuals. So we are actually waiting to see what actually will be in position to happen. I was able to watch a video of this so-called Kohera, and it was actually warning Village Echoes very, very strongly that if you continue releasing videos and talking about me, I'm going to come and report you to your mother. I said, hey. So this so-called Kohera does not want people to talk about him. He has started threatening the Village Echoes. And he actually said, if you release a video answering this video of mine, I'm not going to a state apart from coming to your mother and report you. I was like, okay. And actually, I was able to check the video of Village Echoes. I have not been in position to see him answering Kohera Senior. Maybe probably he has coil. Kohera Senior, you have a lot of threats. So you can now threaten these people. You cannot threaten. That's the reason why you have been making a lot of noise about Misondari's family. Now you are trying to make those threats also to these other YouTubers. I can assure you, I heard him saying that if you don't leave David Omajes, I want to make noise. But if it is you, I'll come for you. I said, what? You can now go to these people's homes and you start threatening their parents. Kohera Senior. Even at your age, you are still pretending that you can threaten these people. let me assure you, your behavior is what will make the young people to respect you. But if you don't have respect for yourself, don't also expect the younger people to actually respect you. And also before that, what examples are you showing to this younger generation? What example? You know? And when these young men are trying to correct you, they're trying to put you in the right direction, you don't want to listen. Apart from just coming out threatening them that, you know, I'll come and report you to your mother. I'll come and do this to your mother. Those type of threats, I can assure you, Kohera Senior, if I was the one, you will not go back with the second leg. That one I want to assure you. You come provoking, and you have been insulting people in your YouTube platform. If you're a person who had respect, why were you talking so badly about this family of Misondar? Why? You know? You are good in talking about people, but you don't want to be talked about. I don't know what's wrong with these individuals. They are very busy criticizing people, talking so badly about people, but they don't actually want to be talked about. And that's the same thing happening to Kohera Senior. He's good at talking so badly about Misondar family. And he only wants people to leave him to talk whatever things that he wants to talk. He does not want people to come and, you know, counter him. He wants to have the peace to talk all the rubbish that he wants to talk about this family. I can assure you, I will not accept it. And you know it very, very well. And that's I think why you said, maybe it's only David. I'll squeeze you. And I'll continue to squeeze where possible. Because you don't have brains, start listening to this young generation who is actually trying to save you from a very, very deep hole that you are actually going to. You know? It is because of this platform that we are able to tell you the truth, and a lot of things are now changing in you. Why don't you allow these young boys to actually correct you? Because they have sharp brains, they have sharp eyes to see, and they can actually identify the weaknesses that you have, and they will point it out. By that, you can now be in position to look at those areas and you rectify yourself. For example, if somebody say Kohera, your mouth smells on the camera, why don't you go and brush that, point it out for you? Just go and correct that. Go and brush it. When I point it out that Kohera Senior, stop putting on blouses of your wife. You know, the second video that you did not put on blouses. Up to now, you have now stopped putting on blouses. But if I had not come out and talk about that, Kohera Senior would still be in position actually to put on blouses. You know, you can imagine a old man, you know, a man who want to pretend that, you know, Kohera is still a very strong person. But it's just laziness that is actually spoiling this old man. Laziness. But he's still strong. You can move around. But he has put laziness ahead of him. You know? And he does not want to be told the truth. But we are not going to get tired of telling you some of the things, because we don't want to an old man who is actually misleading the youth. You know? You are misleading the youth each and every day. So please, you style up before it is actually too late, and allow these young boys to actually correct you. You know, YouTube is not for the weak. Yes, if you don't want these people to talk about you, then you leave the platform. Yes, allow this individual to correct you. We are able to release videos about your issues of open defecation. I hope that you have corrected. But if not, we are still going to come back for you, and I will not hesitate. And last time I made a video, and I was asking him that when you have, for example, when you practice open defecation and your in-laws have come, how do you direct them where to go if at all they want to help themselves? How do you direct them? How do you communicate that to them? This old man, even he stopped talking about me, and actually what he did, you know, was to start making other videos. But I actually wanted to know, how do you direct these people? You know, from the senior, Kohera Senior, you know, but he actually tried to do that. I have been in position to see a lot of, you know, individuals, for example, also Kohera Senior saying, Congress' dad was not actually at the villa. That's a very, very big lie. Congress' dad was actually there, and he was able to welcome the visitors at the villa. So there is no cause overlap. These individuals are only trying to make views for themselves, coming to twist a lot of stories, as I've been in position to see. The so-called the small boy like a stick, who is actually saying that the person, who is supposed to be presenting the gift to Mr. Lewis is not Mr. Ndari. It is actually supposed to be. That is rubbish. The father to the travel commando is Mr. Ndari, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. And he has all the rights to present any gift to anybody whom he's supposed to present. You leave alone this lazy man, the man who have lost direction in life. I even don't know why some of these individuals are bringing. They just want to bring something attention, convincing our good people from outside there that when you have a child, you are not supposed to do this. That is rubbish. That our African culture does not allow that. That is rubbish. It actually does not exist. Don't be fooled by these foolish people. Don't be deceived by the so-called Gaiti people. Don't be fooled. Mr. Ndari has all the authority to present any gift to any of these people. Leave alone this individual who I just want to twist the story. That Mr. Ndari does not have any right to hand over a gift to Mr. Lewis. That is crap. It is not anywhere in any of the African traditional setting. It's not there. No. These are, they want to make themselves relevant. So please don't listen to these individuals. Probably one day I will make a video about that. Anyway, let's see. But hopefully today might be, we shall be in position to have 2 videos. Thank you so much, my good people, for actually turning up to watch this video. And I really, really do appreciate your big support to this platform. A very special greetings to all of you watching me from the USA, UK, Canada, and all of you from the Caribbean. Not forgetting our good people here in Africa. Thank you so much for watching. Please come again to watch more of my videos. And a very special greetings to all of you, my good moderators. Thank you so much for actually doing all the best to ensure that this platform moves ahead and ahead. Thank you so much. Let's meet again in our next video. God bless all of you. See you again when you see me.